is a bronze commissioned for the Harlan Sanders Cafe and Museum from an original sculpture created by the Colonel's daughter Margaret in 1954. She persuaded her father to sit for the bust while he was detained during a snowstorm in Salt Lake City, Utah. An identical bust holds a place of honor and respect on a monument at the Colonel's gravesite in Louisville. You can see in his eyes the concern of a worried parent. His feeling that my time will be better spent in the kitchen, learning to fry chicken than through the pursuit of art, yet at the same time a touch of pride in watching me capture his likeness. Margaret Sanders.
Colonel Sanders is most famous for his fried chicken. It was his country hen that brought folks in for breakfast. The Colonel used Smithfield hams and served a large portion complete with biscuits, red-eye gravy, fresh eggs, and grits. As his menu stated, $1.70, not worth it, but mighty good. To promote his morning specialty, he had Corbin photographer Walter Utt take a photo of waitress Leota McBurney beside a table displaying the breakfast he had to offer.
We'll be interviewing a Barberville local here. Mikey, do you know why KFC is so famous?
Chicken.
Well, no, it is for chicken now, but it used to be for the country ham made by the Colonel himself. What's your favorite food from KFC?
Mashed potatoes and gravy, believe it or not.
Well, that's not chicken, but that's a pretty good choice. I like it too. What's your favorite KFC to go to?
Corbin, Kentucky, the original KFC.
I've never been there myself, but maybe I should take a visit.
You probably should.
Well, what's your favorite thing about KFC as a whole?
It originated here in Corbin, Kentucky, not too far down the road. It's like 20 miles down the road.
So you like it because it gives you pride for your state?
Local pride.
Local pride, state pride.
Believe it or not, Colonel Sanders isn't actually a colonel. While he lied about his age to enlist in the U.S. Army, he never made it to colonel. The title was given to him by the governor of Kentucky in 1935, as it honored good service and accomplishments. He was one of 5,000 to receive the honor during Ruby LaFoon's governorship. KFC was the first restaurant chain to open in China in 1987. It was extremely successful, becoming the company's single largest market. There are food chains all across the country, some even deliver. The KFC recipe is a well-kept secret, and it is kept in a safe in Louisville, Kentucky. All we know is it is seasoned from Colonel Sanders' 11 herbs and spices, whatever they are. The recipe is not patented, as patents can expire. However, trade secrets are secured by the intellectual property of their holders. KFC is synonymous with the big bucket of chicken, so you might be a little surprised to learn that the first bucket wasn't sold until 1952, 12 years after the recipe was invented by the Colonel.
This is the kitchen where Harlan Sanders perfected his secret recipe of 11 herbs and spices for breading chicken. Here in 1940, he first experimented with the concept of pressure frying, which allowed him to reduce the cooking time for chicken from 30 to 9 minutes. The culmination of the recipe and the cooking process led to the creation of what he called Kentucky Fried Chicken. In a larger sense, his effort to deliver a good dinner product on short notice marked the beginning of the fast food revolution. The size and finish treatment of the restored kitchen was determined by physical evidence in the building and recollections of employees who worked for the Colonel. Original white floor tiles were discovered in place, and the white plywood ceilings was intact under two later ceilings. Colonel Sanders wanted the walls, floor, and ceiling white so he could tell at a glance if things were clean. To assure customers of the cleanliness of his kitchen, he built openings through the wall so the public could see everything clean and proper. The concept of open kitchens became a standard for KFC in 1982. The window on the outside wall had been removed, but its framing was still intact, allowing it to be replaced exactly. Using a surviving original mirrored panel and historic photographs, the elaborate case front for the Frigidaire cooler was recreated. The floor plan and equipment placement are characteristics of 1940 and based upon the recollection of those who worked at KFC. Harlan Sanders employed an innovative marketing strategy for his motel when he rebuilt the cafe and part of the motor court in 1940. As a rule, the lady of the house carefully checked out of the motel room before allowing her family to check in. Recognizing this tendency, Sanders constructed a replica of his motel rooms in his new cafe. He believed that once they saw his clean, modern rooms, they would be inclined to have their families stay there.
Next, we have a Kentucky Fried Chicken associate. Tell me, what is KFC famous for?
Chicken.
Well, it is now, but it used to be the Colonel's famous country ham. Well, what is your favorite food from Kentucky Fried Chicken?
That's a tough one. I'd probably have to say the famous bowl or the zinkers that we got now.
Those are very good choices. So, which KFC do you work at?
I work at the one here in Barville up on the highway.
I imagine you guys get a lot of business.
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing about Kentucky Fried Chicken as a whole?
I'd hate to say, but probably the chicken there.
Well, that is what they're known for now. But it wasn't. It was the country ham.
That surprised me.
That surprised me too. I did the research. KFC, it's finger looking good.